afternoon, you guys. It is May 22nd. We have Jesus calling. When things don't go as you would like, accept the situation immediately. We can spend time stressing, right? We could totally do that. Don't go the way we want them to go. We can stress. We could try to fix it. We can get depressed looking back, thinking, oh, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Or we can be anxious looking to the future, saying, how can I make it go different in the future? Or we don't have to do any of that. Or we can give it up immediately. We could give it to God. We could say, God, take this away from me. I don't need this. There you go. Thank you very much. Bye. Buy my problems, buy my anxiety, buy my depression. But we don't do that. Why do we not do that? It makes no sense. If you indulge in feelings of regret, they can easily spill over the line into resentment, right? That is so true, right? Once you regret something, right, whether it's your fault or someone else's fault, right, once you regret a situation, it'll make you resent it because you can't go back and fix that. You can't reverse the time. You can't make up for poor decisions that you've made, right? So you'll resent it. You'll resent yourself. You'll resent the situation. You'll resent whatever it is. And that is terrible, right? Because that can be applied to God so fast. If you regret not coming to God, if you regret not fully trusting in Him, if you regret not giving your power over to Him so that He can steer you in the right direction, and then the life you created yourself is terrible, or the situations that you've been in is bad, or you keep sinning, or you keep having these issues, then you're going to start resenting the Lord. You're going to start resenting yourself and your connection with Him. You're going to start blaming Him for these issues because He didn't step in and stop you. But He did. He gave you so many options. This right now is a choice. This right now, you listening to this, is an opportunity for you to make a change, for you to give your life over to God and let Him take the reins for once. Let Him make these decisions in your life. Let Him, right, fully show you where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to live for the most optimum and beautiful life you could possibly have. Remember that I'm sovereign over your circumstances, and humble yourself under my mighty hand. Rejoice in what I'm doing in your life, even though it is beyond your understanding, right? When we see God moving in our life, we should not be fighting against it, right? That's like trying to swim a stream. We shouldn't be fighting against it and go off and do what we want, because that's never going to result in a positive reaction, right? That's always going to be negative because it is of our own thoughts, right? We are impure, we are sinful, and we aren't correct, right? Most of the things we do are wrong. It's selfish, or it's egotistical, or it's this, or it's prideful, whatever it is, right? There's always some sort of motive behind our decisions, but never for God's. God's only motive is to bring peace, joy, happiness, and love in your life, and to give you a life and a fulfilled life that He designed for you, that He made you perfectly for. He literally looked at you. He said, I want your name, your face, your background for this purpose. You were like specifically molded for an amazing job on this planet, and we're just gonna throw it away. Why? I am the way, the truth, and the life. In me, you have everything you need, both of this life and for the life yet to come. Don't let the impact of the world shatter your thinking or draw you away from focusing on me, right? Don't let the world dictate, because the world is absent of God. The world is the opposite, right? The world indulges in the devil. The world indulges in sinful ways, right? The world it's man's world, right? It is man's world, and that is the opposite of God, right? The world tells you you should go out, make a whole bunch of money, do this, do that, right? We see like all these different songs, all these different movies, right? All glorifying these disgusting things that go against God, that go against the Bible, that go against things that we know work, go against things that we know are pure. We've never had a society as divided as right now, and that's because so many people are so strayed so far away from God, right? So do not let the world impact your decisions. That's the last thing you should ever let impact your decisions, right? The last thing, because the world is impure. The world is so far removed away from God. The ultimate challenge is to keep fixing your eyes on me, no matter what is going on around you. When I'm central in your thinking, you are able to view circumstances from my perspective, right? When you have a God-focused mind, you will have God-focused outcomes. You'll have God-focused understanding. You'll be able to get a glimpse into what it feels like to truly make beautiful, amazing decisions, because you'll be making them through God. You'll be making them with God, right? So if you guys ever feel lost, if you guys ever feel like your life is meaningless, like what are you doing, right? What is your next direction to go? You need to get closer to God, and you will see things so much more clear, right? I promise you that. Let's see where this comes from. 1 Peter 5:5-6. Young men, in the same way, be submissive to those who are older. All of you, clothe yourself with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that He may lift you up in due time. And then we have John 14:6. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That is May 22nd. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys learned something. And with that, I will say amen.